I'm Donna, 35. Standing in my living room, I watch as my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, gather their things with trembling hands. The winter sun casts long shadows across the driveway, and the silence is heavy with unspoken words. They came here today, hoping to mend what they've broken, but it's too late. It all started at that anniversary dinner at Le Jardin, a fancy French restaurant my mother insisted on. I arrived a couple of minutes past the reservation time, and my sister, Lily, was already there, holding court as usual. She's 32, the golden child of the family, always in the spotlight. As I walked into the private alcove where our family was gathered, I could feel the familiar sense of being invisible. Lily was dressed in a stunning red designer dress that probably cost a fortune, while I was in my simple black dress. A young man sitting next to me asked my name, and when I told him I was Donna Thompson, he furrowed his brow and asked if I was related to Lily. The envelope in my purse felt like a ton of bricks. I'd saved $60,000 over 7 years, a gesture of gratitude, and a final attempt to make my parents see me. But then, Lily stood up and raised her glass. To Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, she said, her voice carrying perfectly. Thank you for raising the most incredible only child anyone could ask for. The silence that followed was deafening. No one gasped. No one corrected her. My parents beamed with pride, and I felt like a ghost in my own family. Memories of all the times I'd been overlooked came flooding back. I remembered when I was 7, sitting alone at a school concert while my parents fussed over Lily's costume for performance 3 weeks away. At 12, I watched from the window as they took her shopping for a special occasion dress, forgetting to wake me. And at 16, when I was at honors night, scanning the audience for my parents, only to find empty seats. But there were also Aunt May and Uncle Ben. They were the ones who saw me. Aunt May kept a scrapbook of all my achievements, from my first art exhibition to my internship at a design firm. Uncle Ben taught me how to change a tire and helped me open my first investment account. That night at the dinner, I finally found the courage to stand up. I walked over to Aunt May and Uncle Ben and placed the envelope in front of them. "This is for you," I said quietly. The room fell silent, and I could feel the shock in the air. As I left the restaurant, I didn't look back. For the first time in my life, I felt free. The next morning, I woke up to a barrage of missed calls and voicemails from my parents and Lily. My father's voice was cold and angry, saying I'd embarrassed the family. Lily sent me a text, trying to make me seem unstable. But I blocked their numbers and focused on my work. I updated my portfolio website with my boldest designs, and new clients started coming in. I even received a message from a local design school student asking if I could mentor her. A few weeks later, my parents showed up at my door unannounced. They brought photos and a manila envelope, trying to convince me that they could fix things. But I wasn't going to let them control me anymore. I asked them to leave, and as I closed the door behind them, I felt a sense of peace. The tea in my cup had grown cold, but I drank it anyway, tasting the truth instead of bitterness. Now, as I look around my living room, filled with memories of Aunt May, Uncle Ben, and my friends, I know that I've found my real family. I've created a space where I'm seen and valued, and I'm not going to let anyone take that away from me. The sun is setting behind the trees, and I pick up my sketchbook. Tonight, I'll design something just for me, something that speaks in my voice without apology.